Hello everybody, welcome to Time Traveler's Coin Exchange. Today we will be looking at a roll of Mint Cellos. So it's 50 coins that have been cut from their mint sets, but they're all still in their little penny part of the holder. And I received 50 of these, so it's one roll of Lincoln Memorial cents from 1981 from the Denver Mint. These ones came from Oregon, and I got them off of eBay. I won't say the seller's name, but if you guys are ever purchasing a roll, this is what they could look like. I've gotten a couple rolls from them now, so some of them have been better, some of them have been worse. The last one we looked at yesterday was a 1981 P from Philadelphia, and that one looked like it was pretty nice quality. We had looked at 1979 P&D and 1980 P&D earlier last week, and it seemed like those ones were kind of riddled with different problems, some pleasant, some not. Some spotting, some fingerprints seem prevalent on dates, and then toning, bright pink and bright purple and aqua toning. So there were some good problems with the coins. So today we have a 1981 D roll of Mint Cellos, and we'll take a look through them. And so they come in a little box. Kind of, this isn't the box they came in, but they come in a box like that in a flat rate envelope, and then they're in a sandwich baggie. So it's one of the better shipped Mint Cellos that I've got, and I've got a lot of them just like loose in plastic envelope. And so I think my light is set up here a little bit better, and I don't know if I should move them kind of the way I have been so you can see them from different angles. I feel like when it's flat like this, you guys do lose a lot of the details. Like, if we try to look at it, it's like it looks like there's a scratch, there's a discolored spot, and maybe some scratching in the right field, but it's like that's about all you can really tell. Well, if I kind of move it around a little bit. One of the problems I have, it's easy to do this with, say, a PCGS slab, because you just pivot it on the edge of the slab. But with the Mint Cellos, they're kind of flexible, and so it kind of ends up like bending and wobbling. But we'll do our best here. So, this project, I'm not done with the first project with the PCGS, but I went through with the PCGS slabs, but I went through everything. And I don't have any new dates or new mints to show you guys. Every particular grade that I have is posted. I have a huge backstock. So if you guys are wanting to see duplicates of coins, of mints and years and grades you guys have already seen, I can do that. But for the most part, I feel like, that project is mostly done. And as stuff sells out, I can repost more for you guys. And of course, as I do buy more PCGS graded coins, so as things do sell, I will be purchasing more and therefore making new videos, and everything that I'm buying will get posted as I buy them. So anything new that I have, you guys will get to see. I just figure, we'll move on to project 2, which is going through these rolls of Mint Cellos. I have probably like a few hundred. I think I got like 10 to 20,000 of them. So we'll go through any of them that I have, at least 50 to 100 of them, and we'll just kind of take a look at the different qualities for the different years, see what kind of problems they're dealing with. Like 1981D here is looking pretty good so far. I feel like we had a little bit of a discoloration on one. We've got just a couple little surface scratches and stuff, but nothing super big here. We haven't had just big spots all over the place. For the most part, these are seeming like MS64 to MS65 to me. And I'd always love to, if you guys look at a lot of coins and you guys have opinions on grades, you guys are always welcome to shout them out in chat and say, MS64, MS65, no, that's a 66, grade that one. And so that's the ultimate goal here, is once I have about 1,000 of every mint and date, gotta go, for now they're all gonna go up on eBay, but once I get 1,000 of every mint and date, I'm gonna start doing bulk submissions to PCGS. And so that's, going to be probably 3 to 6 months away in the future. But I need to have every date and every mint so that I can start sending in 25 of every, like I'll get 1,000 of them, and then I'll send in like the best 25 of each mint in each state. Therefore, hopefully I'm gonna get like a bunch of 66s and whatnot. I'd like to think that if you buy 1,000 mint sets, you're gonna get 25 MS 66s. But I haven't done this before. In the past, I always expected my coins to be higher grades, and then I would find myself kind of disappointed when they came back graded lower. So now I'm going to, really, really try to be extra hard on myself, and hopefully I'll get some pleasant surprises. And so once in about 3 months, when we start to get to the place where we have 1,000 of every mint and date, and I'm going to go all the way back as far as I can. I can't quite remember. I feel like mint sets for wheat cents starts, is it like the 40s or is it 1950? I can't quite remember. I know the proofs go back to 36, and then there are some early proofs. I'm trying to pick up every single proof wheat cent that I can pick up. I've already got a couple thousand. I mean, I feel like for most of them there was less than 1 million, so I'm just going to try to buy them all up. As long as it's affordable, I'm just going to keep on putting heavy pressure on the market and buy as many as I can. I think for the 1958 proof, I think there was only 850,000 of them, so and that's how many were made. Who knows how many are still, intact and beautiful. So I'll try to get a couple 100,000 of those, try to take a good chunk of the market out, put some pressure on it. Definitely, the early proofs. Hey, Hector's interest in coins, welcome. Good morning. Yes, it is morning here. It's 10 o'clock in California. We're just looking through some rolls of Mint Cellos. We got a bunch of 50 count rolls of different dates and mints. These today are all going to be 1981D. How are you doing this morning? Good morning. So I've been just yakking away here, but our ultimate goal here is to start getting these graded. We're not going to cherry pick anything out of this roll. It's just going to go right back up on eBay after we go through it. But if it doesn't sell, once I have 1,000 of every date and mint, we're going to compile the best. We're going to go through everything and start doing PCGS bulk submissions. And we'll keep doing that, and I will make videos of the coins I'm sending in. And then I'll make videos of the coins as they come back, and you guys can watch my face as I receive a bunch of MS63s and 64s and look horrified at my investment disappear before my very eyes. Hopefully that's not the case. Hopefully we get some surprised happy looks. Hopefully. And hopefully I will be able to just keep submitting more and more and more coins. The goal is to get a nice backstock and have 25 to 100 of every date and every mint, and then continue working back. I'll try to get as many pretty much 1909 to present will be my goal for now. Get 100 years of solid backstock. And then if the prices of Indian head cents haven't gone through the roof like they've just been going up, we'll try to get a good backstock of every year of Indian head cents, and we'll, we already have nice inventory of Flying Eagle cents, so I'm not worried about that. And then we'll get a nice inventory of large cents, and then we'll go colonial, and then we'll go pre-colonial. It's going to be a fun adventure, but just slowly work our way back in time, have some fun. Figure I still got a good 60, 70 years in me, so I'm not afraid to invest some money and commitment into building some nice collections. It's some little purple toning spots here. Take a look at it in person. I'm seeing a little bit of spots. If for the most part, it just like there's like a little bit of a reddish tinge on that coin. And this is something that we saw in the 1979s and 1980s, but we didn't see really any in the 1981p. The 1981p roll that we looked at was pretty clean. And some just like little tiny spots. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Quite a few little scratches. Back looks a little bit nicer. I feel like only one thing just popped, or there's a rim, one on the rim. Only two things really popped out on me on the back there. But I'm going to call it an MS64. And pretty much like anything that I would call an MS64, I'm not going to get graded. I mean, it's like I'd like to just put out the ones that I'm hoping are MS65, or I'm sorry, MS66, and then if I get a couple MS66, or if I get MS65s, then I can deal with that. But it would be pretty hard to recoup any of the money on any MS64s I got. But I do sell MS64s and PCGS grades all the time, so I'm not really worried about it. But you know, selling a slabbed MS64 for $20, it doesn't feel the best. But you know, if you don't want to lose money, that's what you got to do. So it looks like quite a few scratches on this one. I did notice one coin with kind of some attractive toning. When I open up these rolls, I take 12 photos just because after I make these videos, I'll post the roll up on eBay for sale, and so eBay lets you have 12 photos. And so I take just 12 photos of the front of the coins, and then I'll put this video in the eBay listing so that people that are wanting to look at the roll can look at the front and back of every coin in detail. Yeah, it is a large project. The last project was, I think for the PCGS graded one, I did 2,700 videos. And so that took 5 months. So I'm guessing that making these videos, they take about an hour at a time. So this project might take me the most of this year, and then I already have like 2 or 3 other projects lined up in my head. I think I have plans I'm trying to do about 10,000 videos this year. I made 2,750 last year. Well, I guess I made more than that if you count the game videos, but for coin videos, I made 2,700 coin videos. And so we're just gonna have to see. You know, some of these are going to be longer, so it might end up being less than 10,000, but 10,000 is our goal for the year. I figure that's a pretty healthy amount of videos to output in a year. Trying to build a nice video library of every date, every mint, and every grade, so that, you know, I made a bunch of playlists for people that are interested in grading. So, you know, say like instead of it being like 50 Mint Cellos like this, you can look at 100 Mint State 66 Lincoln Memorial Cents, and after you look at a few hundred of them, your eye, it just trains your eye. It teaches you what you can't read in a book. Thanks guys for watching. Welcome everyone. And so but at the same time, I feel like my eyes started to get trained, and so that's kind of where I got the idea for this project. Was like I got used to looking at MS66s and 67s and 68s, and I'd look at a coin and, like, you know, what's weird though is, you know, when I started looking through these, the Mint Cellos, at first I was like distracted by everything in the cellophane, and now it's invisible to me. Like I just look right through it. But at the same time, I'll look at this, I'll be like, 2 scratches in the left field, 1 scratch in the right field, 2 blemishes. All right, that's 5 points against it. That's like, if you count down from a 70, that's a 65. And we've got one scratch in the bottom field, we've got a blemish on the right field, and to the right of E pluribus, we've got a blemish. All right, so that's like an MS62, but we've got bright luster, so we'll give it a 63. And, you know, I don't know. I feel like I'm a little bit harsh, and then those blemishes, they're like a little bit darker, so do we call it a red-brown? I guess I feel like I'd be more comfortable in the grading from a MS66 to a 67 to a 68 than, like, I feel like there's like 10 grades between a 64 and a 65, and like 5 grades between a 65 and a 66, but like there isn't grades in between there. It's just kind of like a funny land. This one, it's not a pretty coin. I don't know, there's just a lot. We've got spots, we've got scratches, we've got micro scratches. You know, this is not going to go to PCGS for grading. I mean, basically anything, unless it's like a perfect looking coin. If the coin looks perfect and it has one spot in it, I'd maybe send it in. But I mean, who even wants an MS67 coin with a spot on it? Unless it's like a really hard to come date, nobody's going to want that spotted coin. I'll take that spotted coin if it's in a PCGS graded slab. So it definitely looks like we're starting to get some little spots for this date and this mint. Oh, this is the toned one. Hey, look, the toning actually shows up. All right. So this is reminding me very much of the 1979s and 1980s that we were looking at, the like pink and blue toning and like the little spots. Like these coins, I just want to look at it in person. Yeah, so basically the entire coin has like an orange, bright orange tone to it on the reverse, and then it kind of turns into a reddish pink, and then like some like kind of like a pinky purple, and then blue. Like really nice. Hey Stacks and stuff, welcome. Thanks for coming. We're having a party now. Hey, 6 people. This is the largest stream I've had. I've only been streaming coin videos since the beginning of this year, but thanks guys. You guys broke a record on this channel. Thank you. So, hopefully get a couple more. I mean, it's like when you have toning that looks like that on a coin, I'm like much more forgiving of like a couple little tiny spots on the front of the coin. So I guess that might be the exception too. If a coin is like perfect looking, or if the coin has like beautiful toning on it, then I'm cool with a couple little spots on it. And so I feel like looking through these rolls of Mint Cellos, like we've found about one really nice looking tone coins, whether it's like rainbow ringed bullseyes or just like colors all over the place, all over the spectrum. And the other thing I like about the Mint Cello ones with the toning is like I feel like if you send in a coin to PCGS and it's still in the Mint Cello and it's like beautiful toned, I feel like there's a lot less of a chance of them sending it back in like a body bag saying questionable color. And I feel like whenever I have a really pretty toned coin and I put it up on eBay, it doesn't matter if it's an MS64 or 65 or like a really low graded oddball proof. People like them. Another spot. So this roll came from Oregon. I'm not gonna drop the name on the seller on eBay, but you know, for better or for worse, some of the rolls have been awesome. Some of them have not been. This one came from the seller, sells from Oregon on eBay, and I don't know, I had some really good rolls, so I bought some more rolls and got some good rolls, some bad rolls. It seems like when you buy 50 Mint Cellos, it's like kind of like a scratch ticket. It's kind of fun. Yes. Smash that thumbs button, guys. Hey, 7 people? My goodness. Thanks, guys, for watching. Thanks for joining. And but I have like probably like 100, 200 more of these rolls to make videos of, and they're from eBayers like all over the country. So that's one of the kind of byproducts of this is, you know, I'm not naming the people, so like nobody's I don't want anyone to like send me stuff like, send me a spiked roll and then be like, having me like, oh, check out this roll, it's awesome. Like, I don't want that to happen. But by doing so, I will say the state. And if you guys are on eBay, it'll just give you guys an idea of what kind of products, or what the quality of different products are on there. So that's not the purpose of these videos, but it's going to happen just by, taking a sampling of everything out there. I'm kind of trying to figure out, like where some, people source their coins from different places, and I don't have contacts with everybody yet, and so I'm trying to, figure out like, okay, if I'm wanting to get really big on grading and be grading a few thousand coins a month, who can I get the best quality stuff? What's the best price? And find like that place between like the best price and the best quality. Because obviously you don't want to be paying top dollar, but you got to be paying enough that you're getting what you're looking for and not just being disappointed. Hold on 1 second, I need some coffee. See, that is the question I'm trying to find out, Hector. That is the question I have been asking everybody in every stream that I go to. Like what's the chance of finding an MS66? I'll tell you the best answer that I've gotten. It's not the same question. The question I was able to find the best answer for is, where is the best place to look for high grade mint state coins? And I tried to basically we have 3-4 different options. Like one, you can, let's just say like you can try to find them out of pocket change. Chances are, if there were any, they're probably beaten up. So then you have rolls, and you have bank wrapped rolls. If it's a roll that's already gone through circulation and it's basically like pocket change all condensed into a roll, probably not going to find anything high grade there. So then you have the original bank wrapped rolls that, the companies have got them directly from the mint. They can show up in there. You can get like a really nice pool of high quality coins that all get condensed into, a box. But through the rolling process and just that extra amount of stuff, all these these Mint Cellos, this is what a coin looks like when it's at the mint and it's, been selected to be a nicer looking coin. So basically, I feel like there's 3 things, like original bank wrapped rolls, mint sewn bags from the bank, and mint sets. And so the answer that consistently I got was mint sets are where you're going to find the highest quality coins. That you can find MS67, 68s in original bank wrapped. For the mint sewn bags, you can find it, but oftentimes what you'll find in the mint sewn bags are like errors and varieties. Things that would have like if you have like a coin like that's like 2 coins like fused together or something, that obviously wasn't going to make it through the rolling process. Any coin that's a regular shape is not going to end up fitting in a roll. It's going to get junked out by the machine. So, maybe if you're trying to find something interesting like that, that's probably the only place you're going to find that is in a mint sewn bag. So I feel like there's different areas of variety. But your original question of like how many MS66s, I honestly don't know. I would say the answer I've gotten for what's the average grade, I would say most people would say like if it's like an original bank wrapped roll is like the majority of the coins are going to be like MS62 to MS64. And then if you have a nice roll, there might be some 65s in there. And if you get lucky, you might get a 66. It's not that it's impossible, it's just unlikely. And then it's like, but it's like nobody can really tell me a number. No one can say like, on average 1 out of 100 coins is MS66, and on average 1 out of 1,000 coins is MS67. And like the way that any ratio works, I think it's like it's possible to like, you know, only get one MS66 in a box and then get a box with rolls of MS66s in them. I kind of like the way this one looks on the front. I know there's like a bunch of little scratches, but there's nothing major going on it. And same with the reverse. I feel like I have a ton of MS65s that look way worse than this. And I'm definitely hoping to have some people come and watch my channel and criticize the heck out of everything that I say so that I can learn more. Like, I want someone to say, like, no, that wasn't an MS65, that was an MS66 all day long. Like, you need to be less harsh on yourself. But I've sent some stuff in the past, and I'd rather be harsh on myself and get surprised than, like, have those hopeful eyes of, I'm going to be a millionaire, and then, like, be like, I lost my investment. So we've got blemishes, we've got scratches, we've got a little cello dink that's definitely on the cello on the right rim and on the bottom rim too. But this will not be going in to get graded unless the back is toned. Like, yeah, it's just got a lot of little spots. And I don't know, when I went through the I think it was 1961 P and D, like those rolls, those years, it seemed like everything just had tons of little dots, little spots. And almost all of my graded coins for those years, like I probably have like 50 or 60 graded ones from different sellers, they all have spots. And so that's one of the things I'm trying to learn too, is just what are the issues that plague most years, you know, what really makes a coin for those years stand out. Like, if almost all the coins for those years have spots on them, if you find one without spots or a nice clean roll, you know, it seems like that gives them a lot more eye appeal than another coin from the same year or same mint. Quite a few dinks on that. I don't know. I would call this an MS64. It's just funny, and like definitely, like, I just don't know what the amount of spots are technically that PCGS will say, okay, that coin's a red brown, or if spots don't count as brown, that they're just spots. It's just interesting because, like, I see so many coins that are spotted and they're labeled red. I'm pretty sure that's on the... And it's like I never see spotted coins that are like graded like red brown. Looks like it's on the coin. Those are some big scrapes. And it's like obviously all this damage happened at the mint, so it's like, I mean, while a coin can be damaged at the mint, it's like, I feel like it would be considered mint damage, therefore it's still a mint state coin. Mint state damage. Highest quality mint state damage you can buy. Almost looked like this one was opened. I've definitely found the few mint cellos that I've gotten that have been, you know, miscut, and the air has got, you know, these aren't airtight, but like when they've been cut open and they're more exposed, I've seen almost every single one of them, just like the quality goes downhill quick. So it looks like 1-2 in the right field. Almost like a tiny little thing on the rim on the left. This one's pretty bright, this one's pretty happy. One scratch on the right, one on the bottom, one to the left of the E. Is that a big one going all the way? Let's move around. think it was just on the cello. I don't know, this one almost looks like an MS65. It's just really, really bright and happy luster. I know, I need to go through some of the grading things again. So I'm reading your guys' question. Yeah, I love copper coins. I love Chuck. Chuck has been really kind to me. He's answered a lot of questions. Let me. Yeah, I really. I bought Chuck's book. I'm definitely reading Chuck's book, and um, it has a lot of really good information as far as, he talks about the different dates and years and, what varieties and stuff are in there, but also like kind of, he talks about what kind of quality you can expect from the different mints, and there's definitely just a lot of good information. I've really enjoyed it. I'm almost done with it. And I really enjoy his channel too, because every time I watch his channel, I learn something, like every time. And it's also been fun reading his book and then watching the channel, because it's kind of like when you're trying to learn a subject in school. It's like if you're able to learn about the subjects in different mediums, it gives you more context to relate it to the real world. And this one looks pretty nice. It just has like a nice surface, nice luster, looks like a pretty nice strike. A couple little scratches. But I feel like the eye appeal is definitely nice on it. And until we get to the reverse. Is that a fingerprint? There's definitely something going on. And that is the one question that I have, is like, how do these fingerprints? I feel so bad, like there's like marker on my fingers. But like, will fingerprints travel through these Mint Cellos, or is it just the employees who are being naughty? Yeah, I feel like I finally, well, as far as like AU from a Mint state coin, I feel like it might be a little bit tricky, say if it's a Mint state but it's a brown coin. I feel like I'd have a little bit tricky separating some high grade AUs and brown coins, because when the luster turns brown, it's kind of harder to see how much original luster is there. But for like a bright one, like one thing that I've noticed is that with Mint state coins, even though there's an MS60 and 61 and 62, I think out of the like 10-20,000 graded coins I've only gotten like maybe 2 or 3 MS62s, and that's just because I've never seen them. I would pick up some just for the example for like a grading tool. I want to say maybe one MS61, and I don't even think it was a penny. I don't think I've ever seen an MS60 graded coin before. And I think the reason is that like by the time a coin it is debatable if it's a MS60 or 61 or 62, there has to be something going on with it that's just gonna drive the grader crazy. Like there's going to be some sort of damage on it, some kind of rubbing. Like the rubbing, is that rubbed? Is that friction? Is that from circulation? Has it been cleaned? Is that the surface being altered? And I feel like coins like that, if I was a grader, would probably drive me crazy. And so I feel like it's just easier for them to say, I don't know, genuine body bag. Like, and it's like, I don't know, like one of the projects that I have here is like, I just have like a desk full of like, like wheat cents that have like, they're 95% red, but then there's like scratches on them, or like there's spots like this on them. And so it's like, oh, this is a beautiful bright red mint state wheat cent, and then it's like you start to know what a 63 and 64 and 65 look like, and you're like, wait, what are these? 90% of these are probably considered damaged coins. Like, and not that there's not a market for damaged coins, it's just not the same market as it is for like, gradable, highly collectible. I feel like they generally, if it's a good date, they probably carry half the price of their graded counterparts. But if it's a common date, it essentially like, puts them into the not worth your time, which is probably why, when I used to buy hundreds of bags of 5,000 count wheat cents and go through them, I was finding, dollar coins all day long. I was. But like, then it's like you go to sell all those coins that are worth $1 and you're trying to pay eBay fees and PayPal fees and ship them, and you're like, I'm giving these coins, I'm paying people money to take my coins? Like, what's going on with this business model? This one looks really nice too. Let's check out the reverse. What's that? Let's see if that moved. Yeah, it's up and down now. This one looks pretty nice. I think this one would maybe go in on a submission here. Yeah, I really enjoy it. That's one of my favorite things about, after I stopped making a ton of videos and kind of took a break and like started actually like going and checking out everyone else's channels, like there's just such a wealth of information and such a great community on YouTube here. It's just amazing. Definitely enjoy watching Chuck's channel, enjoy Ken's channel. I've gotten some really good information from Coin Collecting Ohio, Cajun Coin Hunter, just listening to everybody talk. There's just been, who is that, Robert Lawson, at CoinOp. Like, he's got, I've like learned a lot of things from him. And it's just, what I like is just everybody's really friendly, like, and a lot of worlds and a lot of circles of people, like, knowledge is power, and therefore people kind of hoard and covet that knowledge and don't share it. And so the few that know it kind of like have all the power. But it's like, I feel like everyone's so friendly. Ooh, what do we got there? There's a loose penny there. There's a loose penny. I dumped them out and we got a loose one, folks. It's now a wild penny. I'll have to see if there's a flip to go with that or what's going on in a second. Little spots. This one wants to be a leopard scent when it grows up. I found some pennies, like going through pennies that like literally like it just looked like a leopard. Like the spots were just like right on, just were like a cheetah pattern. Looks like this one's got a few too many scratches. I'm wondering where the Mint Cello, maybe I see it. I might need to get some gloves to put it back in. Now I can look at it. Maybe it's not even, maybe it's all spotted like this one. Yeah, I found the cello. Let's see. This could be more tricky than I thought. Naughty. Alright, let's see how this one fared. Look how. It sounded like there's like a big rig above my house. Maybe, all right. Somebody needs to be more careful with the scissors. Unless this is like a grading reject, but I'm guessing that they just were cutting apart the mint sets. Nobody seems to really, I don't know, that's one of the interesting things. I know that there's like a couple people that are big on pennies like me, like say Chuck. But I feel like most people aren't as, when they cut apart these mint sets, they're not really caring about the pennies. Like, I swear, like I've seen like some people cutting up sets before, and like they're just like throw the penny, throw it in a, they have like a big box or a drawer, and they're just after the silver. They're just after the other coins in the mint sets, and like I swear I've seen people throw out the pennies before. Maybe there were more ones with like spots or something. Maybe they saw something. Maybe they were just trying to like tease me because they knew that I liked pennies. But I guess that was one of the things I figured. If I just buy all the ones on eBay that are like an okay price, that it'll kind of give people some more cash flow, then they can go and cut up more sets, and then they can have more pennies because they know that someone will buy them, and they'll put more up. I just thought I'd try to like stimulate things, get things to move, like send some cash flow, let it ripple through the community. But what I thought that it was just gonna like restock itself quick. I didn't wanna, I'm not so serious in this project that like I'm trying to corner the market, and like buy up everything and like, buy a monopoly for a set amount of time. But it was actually kind of curious, like I really haven't been seeing it getting restocked. I figured there was like an endless supply of coins like this, that people just had boxes and boxes of them, and just there wasn't enough. Like I was looking at past sales and I just wasn't seeing huge movement on them, and so I figured there just wasn't, people weren't, interested in buying or selling them. But they're not getting replaced, which is what I thought was interesting. So I've just been, buying the cheapest ones, and it's just curious to me. I figured that like the next day, like most of the stuff I buy on eBay, when I buy it, like there's another one up of it within a week. And a lot of these now, like it's been a month since, like maybe a month and a half since like I cleared, like I don't know, half the market, that I could find on eBay and other websites, and I just haven't seen it get replaced, which is very interesting to me. And especially like the older stuff, like I figured, like it seems like most of the time when I show interest and start buying something up, it's that people come out of the woodwork, and all of a sudden there's like a ton of people all, oh, you want to buy this? Oh yeah, I got it here. Here's, oh, hey, message you, like, hey, you bought this thing of mine, I've got 10 more, I'll offer you a deal, you want it? Sure. One thing I do want to buy more of, if you guys have them, are graded Proof 67 or Proof 68 Lincoln Wheat Cents. I mean, if you have a Proof 69, I'd be interested. I probably can't afford it. But I'll definitely, like for the Proof 68s, I will pay, PCGS, full PCGS price guide. That's how much I want them. Like, no, I won't ask for a penny off. So put that out there. If you guys have them graded by PCGS, nice Proof 68, just post it up on there, send me a message on eBay. I have the same name there. Send me a message here. I prefer going through eBay just because it keeps everything straight and forward, and come tax time, it's very easy to do taxes when I have everything through one buy source. Just makes it easier for me. Yeah, I really enjoy the community here on eBay, or on eBay. I enjoy the community here on YouTube more than on eBay, which is actually interesting. I feel like I've been on eBay for 20 years, like plus, like Yeah, over 20 years. Like I had an account before this one, I believe, but I just, wasn't taking it seriously. And then I think I forgot I had an account and made another account, and then I built up a reputation on that one. But I've only probably talked to a couple people in detail on eBay. But on YouTube here, it's like I have really long conversations with people and like actually get to know people. It's just interesting. Like in person, I feel like I don't have the conversations that I do with people on YouTube. It's just people get bored. They're just super uninterested in whatever I'm talking about, and that's okay. People are different, but it's like I actually feel like I meet people with similar interests and who are like seeking answers to similar questions in life, which I like. It makes me feel happy knowing that I'm not the only person that nerds out about this stuff. Yeah, I've checked out some of the like metal pouring and metal detecting. Like my interest lays there too. Like I went to college for a period of time doing bronze work, and I really enjoy working with copper and bronze. And I have a metal detector. I don't take it out nearly as much as I should. I used to have gold claims. Used to have gold fever. Now I have copper fever, and um, I don't know. I feel better about copper fever than I do about gold fever. I feel like gold fever, like it just, I don't know, like it's like you get this idea of like I'm gonna find a bunch of gold, and then like you start to like try to grow the idea and get it bigger and bigger, and then you just see the environmental cost of it all. And it's just like I like gold. I want to make some money, but I don't want to like just like ravage the earth like that. Like I want to leave something for kids and grandkids and great grandkids someday. Um, you know, I don't know, like happy like metal detecting and finding a nugget here or there, but like I don't want to go gold on a huge scale. As much as I'd love to have all that gold, seems like it would be simpler just to like conspire a plot to get a lot of gold. Just kidding. It probably would be easier, and might even not be. It might even be less dangerous, but not my style either. Um, just thought I would say that because it sounded funny. Which oftentimes, if I say odd things, guys, it's just because in my head it sounds like it'll be funny. It's not because there's any intent in being malicious or anything. Yeah, I don't, my like this is like my first exposure to a YouTube community. Like before I was doing coins, I had seen some videos on YouTube of kids playing video games and some guy named Mr. Beast like giving them $10,000. And this one looks pretty nice here. I don't know. This one looks like a 66 on the front to me. There's like two little things on the top right. But Mr. Beast just like giving people like $10,000 if you win this game. I'll donate it to your channel. And like me being like, wait, someone's giving someone $10,000 just to play a video game? I'm like, I like video games. So I started streaming video games, and wow, the environment there is toxic. I mean, I met some nice people, and I played a lot and streamed a lot. I think I streamed like 2,000 hours of games last year before I started working on my coin projects. But yeah, there were some really nice people, but there were some super toxic people in the community. And I don't know, I'd like to think that like different hobbies are different and the kind of people they attract. I feel like the video games, I feel like I was probably like, playing video games and like talking with people probably like a third to a half my age. And, but at the same time, some of the people were way older than me and they were super toxic too. Um, but like here on YouTube, like it just seems like totally different than on Twitch. It seems way better. And I did see there was some toxicity in the games here on YouTube, because I would, after I did the Twitch, I'd upload the videos to YouTube. Um, but it definitely is interesting. And one of the things too is like when I started checking out the different channels on YouTube, it's like there's so many. I had no idea there were so many videos of people doing things on coins. Originally, when I started making the videos on coins, it was because I was getting frustrated that like I had streamed 2,000 hours of stuff, and like I think I had made like $5 in revenue, and I was like, I just worked 2,000 hours. That's like a part-time job. No, that's a full-time job. This one looks really nice too. Here, let's check out the back. But I'd only made $5, and then I was like looking, and I was like, wait, how come that 17-second coin video of like a proof penny that I flipped over, that's 17 seconds long? Why does it have 10,000 views? And like I'm struggling to get 100 views on my games. It's kind of like a gouge on the top of the memorial there. It's kind of sad. Otherwise, the coin looks really nice. There's a scratch on the bottom too. So then I was like, okay, people want to see videos of coins? Sure, I'll make videos of coins. And so that's how this started. I was like, what do people want? People want, and so I started to make these, and I took down my entire eBay store. But anyway, I'm getting sidetracked. So like pretty much whenever I see a new channel, I will subscribe to it. And if it's metal detecting, if it's anything to do with coins or like could somehow branch in, it's like I try to go and watch some of their videos, try to support them, try to learn, and I found just tons and tons and tons of cool people that way. And so a lot of people I'll subscribe to, and I won't get time to go and check out all their stuff right away, but like anytime I have downtime, or I don't have any coins to make videos of, or it's just like noisy in the background here, or I'm eating a meal, I'll sit down and like I think I have like 1,000 people I have subscribed to, and I just go and start at the top of the list and keep working my way down. And some of the people, they seem like they make a couple videos and disappear, and some of them it's like, oh, there's new content. So it's like people that have new content, it usually goes to the top of my list. But I try to check everybody out, try to see what everyone's doing, because everybody brings something new to the table. Everyone's doing something different. I try to encourage in the videos that people go and check out my channels, because if you guys are looking, I was only posting like 50 short 1-minute things, like an hour of content a day, but a lot of people, they want more than that. So go check out all the people I've subscribed to. There's like a ton of people, and I made it open so people could find more people they want to watch. And I definitely, like, when I make a new friend on a different channel, I try to make sure to like go and check their stuff out. It's hard sometimes because like I'll want to go check stuff out, but I won't be able to just because of like the timing in the day. But I always try to go back whenever anyone leaves a comment. I try to go back and check out their channel and just kind of reciprocate the energy, because I feel like what comes around goes around. But yeah, like I've definitely, like, for my birthday this year, like after talking to a bunch of different people on different channels, I was just like, where do you get your knowledge? Where do you get your information? Like, okay, I should get Walter Breen's Complete Encyclopedia of U.S. and Colonial Coins. Okay, that's what I'm getting for my birthday. All right, I should get the authoritative reference on Lincoln cents. All right, like getting that one for my birthday. Like, it's like the first birthday in forever that I got books for. But I love it. Let's take a look at this one. Sorry if I'm all talky. I feel like I'm forgetting to talk about the coins here, but I feel like it's all kind of related. And so I guess I was starting to sidetrack and talk about, so people want to see 17-second long videos of coins, and I had made those 17-second videos because on eBay they had started to let you do videos on eBay like 4 or 5 years ago. And so I started to put videos on all my listings, trying to bring, like coin collecting into the future, like, use the technology that eBay and YouTube give us to, you know, give more than photos, the way that like photos revolutionized eBay when all of a sudden, people used photos instead of just a description. Figured I'd do that with videos and like really step up the game. And then as soon as I started to get like a good amount of videos up, stuff was selling. Business was doing really good. People liked it. Like there was a good response. eBay made it. They banned it, and so then I stopped making videos because they would delete your listings if you attached anything with a video. Pretty sad. So then like 4 years later passes, and all of a sudden I'm like seeing videos on eBay again, and I'm like, oh, okay, they're allowing it now, but you have to format it this special way. And so with seeing that the people were, wanting this and eBay allowing it, this one looks really nice too. Oh no, this one almost, there's a scratch. There's a couple little scratches. I know if the back is nice, it's definitely an MS65, but I almost want to say like this could be a 66. So I took like my eBay sales were like acting weird, reading all these things about how to improve it, and it was saying, oh, relist stuff and do stuff, and I just took down my entire eBay store, every single thing, and I remade every listing. And I made a video of everything, and since I've done that, my sales like have gone up times 10. This is a nice one. I like this one. I definitely send this in hoping for MS65. If I got a 66, happy days. But it is interesting though, going through these Mint Cellos and like starting this new project. I feel like it kind of set me back. Like I can sell a graded coin all day long, but like non-graded stuff, it's like I'm not really in the business of selling things that are not graded. But then that's the catch of this, is that I'm hoping to turn these in. I'm buying these with the ultimate goal of getting them graded, and that's specifically why I'm buying it. I'm not buying it for the perceived value of what they are. I'm buying it for the perceived value of what I can turn them into, which is like, I know that grading is kind of like gambling in a lot of ways, but it's like I feel like I have much more of the information now than I did before when I started to get them graded. And so it's going to be interesting. But I'm hoping to, look through another 10,000 of these Mint Cellos and learn a lot more. I'm hoping to have, a couple streams where, like an expert just happens to like pop on my channel and like really, really give me like the hardcore truth. I'd really, really appreciate that. Like, I don't mind being schooled. I wouldn't be saying any of this public, and this is the last coin in the roll. My goodness, and it is spotty. There was a couple nice ones there at the end there, though. It was nice. We had one kind of beautifully toned coin, a couple little spots on it, but like lots of beautiful colors on it. I'm just trying to figure out. I almost feel like I have enough time to do another stream before I gotta go today and get some life stuff done. I'm just trying to figure out, does anybody, if I did another stream, another Mint roll, would anyone want to watch it? Otherwise I will have another roll coming up tomorrow. And it was interesting, my mail, there was nothing there. That was a funny story actually. Like I was like, I got an adult magazine in the mail. It was like a magazine with like a darkened cover. And like the only time I've ever seen those is like adult magazines. And I was like, okay, looked at the box number. I'm like, yep, that's me. And then I was like, oh yeah, somebody's conveniently like opened the edge of it so that you can see what the name of the magazine is. Like, it's like the post office workers must have been curious what I was ordering for myself there, you know. And so I peek and I'm like, oh, let's see what this is. Um, Apparently, like somebody out there thought that I should get like the Rare Coin Market Report magazine, and I've never even heard of it. It looks like it's possibly a PCGS project, but so looks like I am getting coin magazines shipped to me now. Somebody out there thought that I could use them, so thanks out there, whoever decided that I needed Rare Market Coin Report magazines. Looks fun. I'm gonna read it. Um, let's see. I'm not even sure what for an MS66. I feel like a 1981p. I feel like the 1981p. I feel like that's a $40 coin. I'm not 100% sure. Here, we'll see what this does. I don't even know. Let's see if I have any 1981s. I've never opened it. It looks like 1981p MS66 is a $32 coin graded. Or no, I'm sorry, that's the 81. 82 or 81D is a $20 coin. So obviously, here, where are we? I've lost you guys. So the 81D is a $20 coin in MS66. So obviously, if I'm sending in 81Ds to get graded, I want an MS67. I mean, if I'm able to buy these for less than $1, which I paid far less than $1 for each of these, if I'm able to spend, we'll just call it $1, but then I spend $12 on grading, $3 on shipping, so that's like $16. Then we got PayPal fees and like maintaining my eBay store. You know, it's like, and I'm able to sell them for like $20. It's like we're looking at like a $3-4 margin, which is not super. And so therefore, you know, we need to be getting MS67s out of there. Every MS65, you know, is gonna have to sell for $20. You know, people can say if PCGS says it's greater than this, I'm like, well, if you want to grade a coin of this date and mint, go ahead. It's gonna cost you more. This is how cheap I could do it in a bulk submission. But yeah, I can see if I can find another roll for you guys to do here real quick. It'll probably take me about 5 minutes to get this posted up on eBay, and I'll try to be back by 11 o'clock. Thank you all for watching. If you guys enjoy the videos and want to see me stream more, hit the like, hit the subscribe button, and I'll get off of here so I can be back with another video. Alright, thanks. Appreciate you stopping by, Hector, everyone else watching. I appreciate you guys. Thank you so much, and I will see you guys very, very, very soon. See you in the future.